he means everything. And what he means is 9.5 points per game for Whitney. But he's going to be a guy that centers around everything that they do. For this lineup to be successful, Whitney's got to be good. Joe Pridgeon, part of that four-guard backcourt. Pridgeon on the year, starting at 11.5 points per game, the 6'5 grad from Massachusetts. Malik Moore, the 6'5 junior from Ventura, California, averaging 13 points per game. And Kai Johnson, the 6'4 senior, averages just over 11 points per game. And the man in the middle of an undersized team, Tajon Sawyer, 6'8 senior, averaging 9.5 points per game. For the Wisconsin Badgers, as we continue through this starting lineup, John Tonje is the key. 6'5 grad transfer from Missouri, 19.2 points per game, joined in the backcourt by Max Klesmit, 6'4 senior, 9.5 points per game. John Blackwell, 6'4 sophomore, averages over 15 per game. Stephen Crowell up front, the 7-foot senior, averages 10 points per game. And Nolan Winter, the 7-foot sophomore, averages 9.5 points per game. Wisconsin's used this lineup in 32 of 36 games. Montana, the 15th time with this lineup. Time now for the opening tip, sponsored by AutoZone. Free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes AutoZone America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Montana in the maroon tops and bottoms, white numbers on the front and back. Wisconsin in the home whites, tops and bottoms, red numerals on the front and back. And we're ready to go. The NCAA tournament in Denver is underway, and the tip's controlled by Wisconsin. They move it from our left to our right.
Really looking to see how Montana guards the pick and roll, particularly John Tonje when he gets it on the perimeter.
Entry pass left block to Stephen Crowell. Starts off the offense, spins baseline left to right, and he lays it in 2-0 Wisconsin.
No surprise, Greg Gard going to his 7-footers early on. Tallest defender for Montana, just 6'8", and it's signed what is likely to come.
At the free throw line, Malik Moore will back it out to Brandon Whitney. Whitney will kick it around to the right side, and Sawyer driving right baseline, swings it around to Johnson, and Kai Johnson for three gives Montana the 3-2 lead.
And not surprising, I love to see attacking the 7-footers on the perimeter. They're spreading the floor, attacking, making that help side come, and then kicking out to the three-point shooters.
Winter will start it off on the left-hand wing. Here's Klesmit, just off a calf injury, back in the lineup during the Big Ten tournament. John Tonje on the left wing, up top to Stephen Crowell. He can shoot the three, he will. It's off the front iron, rebounded by Brandon Whitney, and Montana will push. He zips across the timeline from right to left. The handoff to Pridgeon. Pridgeon on the right-hand wing, puts it on the deck, trying to drive on Winter. Gets on the baseline, skips it out on the left wing, and Moore. Shot fake for Moore, steps in for a 10-footer, and it rattles around and out. The rebound for Nolan Winter of Wisconsin. Now Klesmit will bring it up the floor for the Badgers. On a bounce to a cutting Winter, drives to the rim, count the shot, and a foul. He'll go to the line for a chance at a three-point play, colliding underneath with Tajon Sawyer, who picks up his first.
Yeah, Sawyer just a little bit late coming across. I think he had both feet in the restricted area. Good call by the officials, but you see the importance of the bigs for Wisconsin here early on, whether it's in the pick and roll, transition, or on the post-up.
Winter to the line, free throw good. It's a good free throw shooter. One of the benefits for Wisconsin, if you leave a big like that on the floor, it's 79% free throw. It's the free throw, a 5-3 advantage for Montana. They'll start it up in the left-hand offensive zone. Sawyer will hand it back behind to Johnson. Johnson driving into the paint, floater off the right side of the iron, no good. Rebound by Winter, and Wisconsin will start it up. John Blackwell will navigate to the right wing. Winter trailing on the play, gets the pass and looks over to his left to Klesmit. Klesmit on the left wing, driving into the paint. 8-foot pull-up, won't go. He thought it was fouled. No whistle. Sawyer, the rebound for Montana. Malik Moore will bring it up. Moore around a high screen, drops it off to the screener. Sawyer rolls down to the left-hand block. Backs it out now. Up top to Moore with 15 to shoot. Moore around the screen, dribbles, left elbow jumper from there is good, and we're tied at 5.
I really like the offense for Montana early. They are looking to attack the bigs either in isolations or coming off of pick and rolls, and they've gotten a good look every time down.
Entry down low to Winter. He bobbles it, and a whistle and a foul.
Well, you've got 2 fouls for Montana now, both of them coming against their bigs. We mentioned that this is a smaller team, and as short as their front court is in depth, cannot afford to get in foul trouble in an early substitution, likely because of that.
Kamari McGee into the game for Wisconsin. He'll inbound on the right baseline. Skips it out to the right wing in Winter. Feeding into the corner, John Tonje. Quiet so far, trying to get things going. Tonje stops, blocked off by Kai Johnson, and tipped out of bounds. It'll stay on this end of the floor with the Badgers, 12 to shoot.
And I like it, again, from Montana. It's a hard hedge on Tonje, not allowing him to turn that corner and then getting back to your man. I think Tonje, once you recognize that it's kind of a hard hedge, almost a soft double, you got to get rid of that ball quickly and make Montana get into their rotations.
Jensen Bradkey, the 6'10 freshman on the floor for Montana. Carter Gilmore, the 6'7 senior out there for Wisconsin. Here's Kamari McGee trying to penetrate, dishes it back out. Left side Gilmore, shot fake at 4 to shoot. He'll have to launch a deep 3. That's off the mark, not his game, and the rebound, Tajon Sawyer. Gilmore's been better from 3 this year than at any point in his career, but it's still not his strength. Money Williams now at the top of the key. Handing it off to Malik Moore. Malik Moore trying to work against Kamari McGee. Gives over to the left side and Williams. Williams entry to Sawyer, left block. Back out it goes to Williams. He'll re-enter the post to Sawyer. Turns into the paint, kicks it out. Bradkey 3 right wing. That won't go, and Blackwell the rebound. Good defense by Wisconsin.
Yeah, good defense. Great job of kind of coming across, showing a double, and then getting back out to the shooters.
Blackwell driving down the left side of the lane. He lays it in, and the Badgers with a 7-5 lead. Walking it up is Malik Moore from right to left. He's got Kamari McGee on his hip. The handoff now to Johnson. Will enter it down low. Bradkey trapped in the post, loses the basketball. Flips it ahead to Blackwell. Blackwell on a bounce to McGee. Runs to the rim. From right to left. Scoops it up and in. 9-5 Wisconsin.
And that was really the first poor offensive possession for Montana. Just a really bad interior pass in Wisconsin. So good in transition. Made him pay for the minor mistake.
Williams will feed it to Sawyer. Trying to get something going in the block. He's cross-court passes tipped and taken away by Carter Gilmore. Turnover Montana. McGee on the run. Gets trapped underneath. The ball out of bounds. Last touch by McGee. He got sandwiched by Bradkey and Johnson as he drove. Nowhere to go with it, and he lost it out of bounds.
Yeah, it's just got to recognize when that help defense is there. Sometimes, hey, great job defensively. We're going to kick this out and make sure that we get a good shot. But you're seeing Sawyer at the other end. I think that this is the difference in the size playing a Big Ten team. Sawyer has had multiple post-up opportunities, but he's against the 7-footer. He can't get the shot off, and it's led to 2 turnovers.
There's Williams with Whitney handing it off. The give is to Austin Patterson. A little shot fake for the 6'3 senior. He'll feed it over to the right side, and Bradkey, they'll enter it post extended to Pridgeon. Pridgeon going to work against Carter Gilmore. Tried to muscle it through Gilmore, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gilmore, playing defense in the post, and that'll take us to the first media timeout of the afternoon. A timeout on the court sponsored by Rocket. Own the dream. 9-5 Wisconsin with the lead. 15:40 to play in this opening half. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
You can just move through life, or you can find the things that move you. It's your choice. You can choose to get out there. Choose your people. You could choose to go for it. No, like really go for it.
4th down, 28-yard line.
Just choose to do something that moves you. Mazda crafts cars for those who choose to do more than simply move. Mazda. Move and be moved.
There's nothing more defeating than a bracket busted during the first few rounds. Clearly, you didn't have the right stats and data to make the right pick. Don't make the same mistake with hiring for your small business. Find top-tier talent in the right place with LinkedIn. LinkedIn has professionals you can't find anywhere else, including those who aren't actively looking for a new job, but might be open to the perfect role. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
People always ask me, Guy, why are you so confident? And I tell them because I shop for a used car with Carfax. Why Carfax? Because I was able to pause for the facts. What kind of facts? Used car facts. Facts. Like which car has been in a reported accident, which ride has the best value, facts. Which car will have me feeling so confident that I'll just turn up the radio facts. And roll down the windows facts. And belt out show tunes, knowing full well that I cannot sing. Facts. Carfax is the answer. Shop the all-new Carfax.com.
Bubba Wallace here from 2311 Racing. Looking for fast fun? Go for a spin at Chumba Casino. Racing's fast. but Chumba takes it up a notch. Nothing beats the rush of those high-speed spins. Big thrills, daily bonus boost, action-packed games. Chumba's got it all to keep you in the fast lane. Ready to race? Let's Chumba. Hit stop at ChumbaCasino.com and play today.
Available only to players in the U.S., excluding Washington, Michigan, Montana, Connecticut, and Nevada, and Canada, excluding Quebec. No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Let's check each team's tournament resume, sponsored by Monster.com. Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. Monster.com provides great coaching and millions of job openings. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today. Montana, the 14 seed in the East region. They won the Big Sky regular season and conference tournament with a 25-9 record. For Wisconsin, they struggled at the end of the regular season, got hot in the Big Ten tournament, and the 3 seed in the East made it all the way to the Big Ten title game. A 26-9 record and a 13-7 record in Big Ten play. Money Williams will inbound right baseline for Montana. Lob up top, and he throws it into the backcourt, tracked down by Brandon Whitney. Whitney will work it up against Jack Janicki off the bench for Wisconsin. Jumper off from Whitney. Gilmore with the rebound, saves it as he flips out of bounds and hands it into Stephen Crowell. Give it off to Klesmit. Klesmit will bring it up the floor, drives right block, swing around to Gilmore. Now to the left-hand side in McGee. Tanjay on the bench right now, scoreless so far for Wisconsin. The entry to Crowell, left block working against Pridgeon, backs it out to Gilmore. 9 to shoot in a 9-5 game. Klesmit on the drive, his shot won't go. Rebounded by Money Williams. Montana on the push. Quickly over to Bradkey. Bradkey will hand it back to Williams. Wisconsin gathered quickly defensively. Patterson will swing it around on the left-hand wing. It's Whitney trying to drive baseline. Nothing there. Blocked it off. He bounces it back to Pridgeon, and the handoff to Whitney. Whitney drives right side of the lane, gets to the rim, count the bucket, and a foul on Jack Janicki. As we welcome those of you just joining us across our network, Montana with a chance for an and one, trailing 9-7, and Austin Crozier, one of the better offensive possessions for Montana in the early stages of this game.
Yeah, it is. I think they've been struggling playing through the post a little bit. They've gotten a couple of good looks in that high pick and roll, but Whitney just turning the corner. A rare time that we saw Wisconsin kind of late on that weak side help, able to draw the foul and get the finish.
Whitney, an 84% foul shooter, but he misses the free throw. John Tanjay back off the bench, scoreless so far today, the leading scorer for Wisconsin. He gets the rebound. From left to right go the Badgers. It's Klesmit on the left-hand wing. A bounce over to Crowell. Crowell on the right-hand side. There's Blackwell around the Crowell screen. With a jab step back three, right wing, short, rebounded by Pridgeon from Montana.
I'm impressed by Montana. I mean, the way that they're playing defensively, they're not double-teaming the bigs, and Wisconsin not able to take advantage.
Williams around a bone-jarring screen, gets an open look from three from the top of the key, but he cannot hit. Blackwell will bring it up from left to right for Wisconsin. Here's Tanjay, top of the key. One dribble to his right, the handoff to Klesmit. Turn down Crowell in the right block. Instead, they go to Blackwell, driving left baseline. He's blocked off, 13 to shoot. And the skip back to Tanjay. Tanjay trying to go past Money Williams. Drives right into him, and that's a travel. Boy, good defense by Money Williams to slow down John Tanjay.
And this is a Montana team that is just kind of middle of the road defensively, even in the Big Sky Conference. So the way that they've been able to deal with the bigs for Wisconsin, 2 7-footers, and then Tanjay, the All-American, I think they've got to be happy with the way that they have played early on. Now, at the other end, I think they're getting a lot of good looks. They just can't get them to fall.
3 for 9 for Montana, trailing 9-7 with 13:48 to go first half. Working on the left wing, it's Malik Moore. He'll hand it off now to Patterson. Patterson working the right-hand dribble against Max Klesmit. Gets a screen from Sawyer. Goes around it to the right. Dumps it back to Sawyer. In the left block. Pivots. Hook shot won't go. Good defense by Stephen Crowell, who gets the rebound.
And that's a shot for Sawyer in the Big Sky. That's a bucket. You know, that goes in. But against a 7-footer, he just has to completely change the shot.
Klesmit will bounce it to Crowell. Running from left to right. Gets to the rim. Misses the shot. Gets his own rebound. Puts it back up and in for 2. And the Badgers lead 11-7.
And there's just not a whole lot that you can do there. You go 6'8", 6'5", the next tallest on the floor for Montana. So with Sawyer out of that picture, someone else has got to come and block out.
Here's Sawyer on the drive into the paint, and a blocking foul is called as he barreled into Max Klesmit. For Klesmit, that'll be foul number 1 for Wisconsin, their second team foul.
Now, one of the things that you and I had talked about is the altitude here and how the air is a little bit thinner and how Montana is kind of at an altitude and a little bit used to that, whereas Wisconsin, this is not the same team that we saw in the Big Ten tournament last week.
To the free throw line goes Tajon Sawyer for 2. He's a 73% shooter, and the first is good. Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier here at our Grainger courtside seats in Denver. For the ones who get it done, there's Grainger, offering professional-grade products for all industries, fast delivery, and free technical support. Call clickgrainger.com or just stop by. 11-8 Wisconsin, 13:05 remaining in the opening half. Second free throw is short. Long rebound punched out by Blackwell, and it ends up in the hands of Xavier Amos, who just came off the bench, the 6'7 junior. On the drive, Tanjay to the rim, trying to throw it down, and it goes out of bounds as it caroms off the rim on the right side and skips like a stone across a pond all the way into the Montana bench, and it turns back over to the Grizzlies.
There was some frustration in that dunk attempt right there. I mean, Tanjay has not been able to get a lot of good looks, and there, just a great jab step to the middle, went baseline, and a thunderous attempt.
Here's Money Williams on the drive, wraparound pass to the man filling the lane, Tajon Sawyer, and Montana will win 11-10.
I mean, it's just pick and roll, and the weak side late coming across and helping.
Here's Tanjay on the left wing. Scoreless so far. Crowell looking inside. He's got Amos posting middle of the lane. Turns. The jumper a little strong. Rebound loose off the head of Amos. It caroms into his hands from his head, and he puts it in for 2.
And that's unfortunate for Montana. It was a really good defensive possession. Forced a miss from up close, but couldn't secure the rebound.
Almost a header. There you go, soccer fans. A little soccer in the basketball world. Whitney will swing it around to Williams. 13 to shoot. 12 minutes to play, first half. Back it goes right wing to Whitney. He'll drive from there, and Amos cleans it off the glass. Just picked it almost to goaltend, but no call. Blackwell.
I think you're right. I think he timed it perfectly before it got to the glass.
Here's Blackwell to work to the rim from right side. He lays it in for 2, and it's 15-10 Badgers.
And that just can't happen if you're Montana. I mean, that's just weak side defense. Money Williams just kind of watched him with the layup as opposed to coming across and look to contest.
Williams will walk it across, standing on NCAA of the March Madness logo at half court. Williams stumbled as he made his break, gets it back out to Malik Moore. 5 feet behind the arc. He hits the 3, and Montana within 2.
Finally, some shots falling from the perimeter for Montana. One of the better teams in the Big Sky, shooting almost 37% from the three-point line.
Tanjay will try to answer. He does with a 3, and he draws the foul from Money Williams. Tanjay cashes the 3. Money with one more at the line after the foul on Williams. And a timeout on the floor. Wisconsin with the 18-13 lead, 11-11 remaining in this opening half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
My friends swim no matter the season, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. Now, thanks to SickKids and clear skin, count me in. With SickKids Risankizumab Rizza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clear skin at 4 months.
Don't use if allergic to SickKids. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check for infection and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms such as fever, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, or if you plan to or recently received a vaccine.
Thanks to SickKids, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor today about SickKids, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis, and visit SickKids.com or call 1-866-SickKids to learn more.
Taxes was taxing. Now taxes is relaxing when you file for free.
I can file for free? TurboTax Free Edition. Roughly 37% of filers qualify. Simple Form 1040 returns only. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free. I can file for free.
Now this is taxes. File for free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your maximum refund. No schedules except for earned income tax credit, child tax credit, and student loan interest. See if you qualify at turbotax.com/free.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road. I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Let's check the attendance, sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats is delivering game day deals from hundreds of your local favorites all week. Order now on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details. There are 19,037 in attendance here in Denver. Every time they've had the tournament in Denver, this place has sold out, and today, certainly no exception. For Wisconsin, an 18-13 lead. Austin Crozier with 11:11 to play in this opening half. 14 of the 18 Wisconsin points have been in the paint.
And I think that's the storyline we knew from the opening tip that we were going to keep an eye on. This is just a Montana team that doesn't have a lot of size. They're not used to playing against teams that have a lot of size. And I can't say that Greg Gard has really forced the issue in trying to play through his posts on the low block. It just seems like there is a concerted effort to acknowledge there's not a rim protector. If you have a chance, put your head down, get into the paint, and try and finish at the rim. Only 4 of those points have come off of second chance, so that hasn't been a huge storyline. But again, I just think the size, we knew that it would be an issue. Montana, you could tell, is doing everything they can. It's just really an uphill battle.
Tonje hit his first shot of the day, a 3, fouled by Money Williams, and he hits the free throw to complete the 4-point play, and it's 19-13 Wisconsin. Montana now will work it up the floor. The handoff to Malik Moore. Moore, who hit that deep 3 a moment ago, feeds it to Money Williams. He wants Joe Pridgeon, and Pridgeon's got it. Backing down in the left block, turning to the right side, jars his way free, and a travel. Xavier Amos, the defender in there, and Pridgeon just trying to muscle his way through Amos, and the third Montana turnover the result.
Yeah, and it was actually a really good move by Pridgeon if he had gone straight up with the shot, but as he came down with it, he shuffled his feet.
Blackwell, he'll enter it to Amos in the right block. Now Amos working against Pridgeon, muscles it over the right side of the rim and in, and Amos with 4 off the bench.
And 2 more points in the paint. I mean, that's just a screen from the elbow down to that low block. And really an easy finish.
Here's Kai Johnson trying to dislodge Tonje. Skip around to the left corner. Pridgeon will try the 3. Off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound, 2-hand grab by Nolan Winter. Wisconsin on the run. Blackwell in transition. Drives left baseline, backs it out to Winter. Swing around to the right side, and Tonje. Tonje working against Kai Johnson. Tough cover. Tonje will kick it back out. Amos 3, top of the key. That's short, long rebound. Tonje able to pluck it with one hand. Now he'll spin as he drives into the paint. A whistle and a tie-up is called. Possession arrow favoring Montana.
Again, I think a point of emphasis had to be on guarding Tonje. And Montana's done a really good job early on.
And Montana is going to take a timeout with 10:04 remaining in this first half. 21-13, the Badgers on a mini 6-0 run to open up their largest lead of the half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
One of life's greatest mysteries has finally been solved.
Who let the dogs out? Spruce, Spruce, Spruce.
It's Spruce, the new hard.
What's up, insiders, basketball fans all over the world? Thank you so much for hanging out with us today during March Madness. Oh man, we're having so much fun. We've got streams going for every single game of the tournament. We're tracking our brackets. It's a lot of fun in the chat. Please chat it up. Hit that like button down below and share this link out. That's going to be the best way to bring more basketball fans here to the chat. And we're already seeing thousands of fans come into the first stream of 16 on Thursday. I'm going to let Joe take it home. We appreciate you being here.
This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. So like, subscribe, and share, because every click impacts SickKids' mission to heal the future.
According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed sponsored jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
I'm at a smoothie bar asking people if they'd switch smoothies with me for $574.
Oh, I'll switch.
So what about $574 if you switch your home insurance to Allstate?
That's a headache.
Nope, it's painless.
Oh, so it's easy money.
Yep, check Allstate first and you could save hundreds on quality home insurance today. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Not available in every state. Based on the national average annual savings for new home insurance customers surveyed in 2023 who switched to Allstate and reported savings. Savings vary.
Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier here at our Grainger courtside seats in Denver. Gain a winning edge for your business with Grainger. Get fast delivery of industrial-grade supplies to help keep your operations going when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 21-13 Wisconsin with the advantage. 10:04 remaining in this opening half. We talked a couple of things in our scene set when we were looking at this game, a little bit of a preview, Austin, and rebounding was one of the areas you pointed out. Montana's -1 in the rebounding margin this year. They're -6 today as Wisconsin started to flex its muscle.
Yeah, no question that would be a storyline. And I think they're fortunate it hasn't hurt them more than that, just 4-0 in terms of second chance points. But obviously, as this game continues on, I think you're going to continue to see the size of Wisconsin play a factor.
Already, Wisconsin has matched their paint point total against Michigan in the Big Ten title game with 16. 2 7-footers for Michigan make a big difference. Inside, driving it up is Sawyer. His shot won't go, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by the Badgers, and they're going to call a foul. Yeah. That'll be on Nolan Winter, saying he threw a little bit of an arm bar to get clear. The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure. Hurry in for an exceptional offer on Jeeps. Go anywhere, do anything SUVs, and let the ride of a lifetime begin. Brandon Whitney with 14 on the shot clock, inbound from the left wing. Whitney will push it up top now to Pridgeon. Pridgeon, the handoff to Moore. Moore will drop it right back to Pridgeon, rolling to the rim for a layup on the right-hand side. 21-15 Badgers.
And that's Pridgeon's kind of at the power forward position, and he was able to get that without involving the 7-footers, which I think is a good way for Coach DeCure to look to go offensively.
Winter in the post. They double that post. He tried to get the shot up against the double, and it's tipped out of bounds by Montana as Stephen Crowell re-enters the game. And Nolan Winter will get a breather for the Badgers.
I mean, Montana's getting fortunate that the bigs for Wisconsin are missing shots kind of at point-blank range, but they just can't find a way to secure the rebound.
Here's Crowell off the inbound, feeds it to Klesman. Klesman will swing it around to Gilmore. Now Kamari McGee. McGee, skip pass to the right wing. Shot fake, the handoff to Tanjay. Tanjay, step back three on the right wing. That's good for John Tanjay. His second from range. It's 24-15 Wisconsin.
No shots are going to be there for Tanjay. I think Montana really forcing him to stay on the perimeter, not allowing him to be a driver. So he needs to step in when the defender goes under the screen, ready to take that shot like he did there.
Ty Johnson on the left wing. He'll step back for a three for Montana, and he'll hit right in the eye of Carter Gilmore. Good answer for the GRIZZ. They're back within 6, 24-18. Quickly up the floor. It's Gilmore who will work it over to Tanjay. Tanjay working against Kai Johnson in a blocking foul as he tried to go baseline, the little rip and attack, and the foul on Johnson, his first, team's fourth.
And Tanjay, that's the third time that he has kind of rejected that high pick and roll that's coming for him and gone to the baseline. There he was able to draw the foul.
Inbound comes to Crowell on the right-hand wing. Crowell trying to find some room on the baseline now. Pivots, nowhere to go. Good defense by Sawyer, holding his ground. It's Klesman now to swing around to McGee in the right corner, 8 to shoot. McGee curls into the paint, dishes out to Gilmore, 3, top of the key, rolls off, no good. Rebound batted off the backboard to Johnson, and Montana will push it up the floor. Whitney stopping on the right-hand wing, moving from our right to our left in the left-hand offensive zone. Johnson with a white wristband on his left wrist. A bare right wrist dribbles that basketball with the right hand. Curls the dribble around with 10 to shoot. Gets free down the baseline, driving inside. Defended well by Kamari McGee, who came over to help. The shot won't go, and now McGee will bring it up the floor. McGee on the left-hand wing will skip it around to Gilmore. Here's Tanjay. Trying to find room to work. Gets to the right elbow, swings it left side. 3 for Crowell. Up and down for the big man. He's got 7, and it's 27-18 Wisconsin.
Now, when you knew that the bigs were going to be an issue for Wisconsin, you assumed it would be closer to the paint, but Crowell with the three-pointer, something that is definitely in his game.
Third made 3 of the afternoon for Wisconsin. Here's Pridgeon on the drive, and he throws it down with one hand. He slipped free of Gilmore, and he threw it down. 27-20 Wisconsin. Ball poked free, and a turnover. McGee has it stripped away. Whitney will bring it up the floor. Moore, open three on the wing. Pinball's out. What a great look he got. Rebound, though, for Pridgeon. Offensive board, and he threw it off the leg of Kamari McGee as he was falling out of bounds, and that'll take us to the under 8 media timeout. Our score, Wisconsin 27, Montana 20. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Did you know your skin is the largest organ of your body? Huh? That's why you should shower with Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash instead of plain old bar soap. Love your skin by super hydrating it with vitamin B3 and glorious notes of vanilla and shea. Did you know that my super hydrated skin is the second largest organ of my body? The first is my heart. Old Spice. Men have skin too. Old Spice Super Hydration Body Wash. 24/7 renewing moisture. With daily use.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Brad Heller in the Westwood One Broadcast Center in Los Angeles. Let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by GoodRx. For simple, smart savings on your prescriptions, go to GoodRx.com or download the free GoodRx app. 5 minutes to go. Game 1 in Lexington. Creighton leads Louisville 73-61. The Blue Jays have been up by as much as 20. They have hit 11 three-pointers. Meanwhile, Purdue and High Point playing in Providence. The Boilermakers up 5, 44-39 early in the second half. You can hear both those games on the brand new Westwood One Sport, also on all Alexa-enabled devices. And they're about to get started in Wichita, Houston, and SIUE. Let's go back to Denver now. We rejoin Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier.
6:54 remaining in this opening half. A 27-20 lead for Wisconsin, the 3 seed in the East over the 14 seed Montana. Inbound will come to Malik Moore, and they'll work around to the left side. Montana with a basketball. Moore stops behind the line, now drives down the left side, gets all the way to the rim, misses the layup. Offensive rebound, Pridgeon. He'll kick it out to Kai Johnson. Johnson will run it up against Janicki, and an uncontested layup brings Montana within 5.
Well, it was really 2 uncontested in a row. Wisconsin fortunate Montana missed the first one. A rare offensive rebound for the Grizzlies as well.
Jack Janicki enters it down to Amos. Amos in the left block fades away from 8 on the baseline and hits a good jumper for the Badgers to make it 29-22.
You know, watching this game, obviously size-wise, athleticism, Montana's a little undermatched, but there's a lot of pride that comes with a team that wins their regular season and their conference tournament, and we're really seeing that.
Oh, turn in the corner. Malik Moore has it ripped out of his hands by John Blackwell of Wisconsin. Wisconsin will bring it up the floor. Blackwell spinning all the way to the rim. Misses the layup, and Moore the rebound for Montana.
And again, that's a 1-on-3 break. You know, there was not a good offensive play there by the Badgers. Greg Gard, a little exasperated on the sideline.
His Badgers shooting 50% in the first half, 12 of 24, 3 of 8 from 3. Here's Whitney around to the right side and Kai Johnson. Johnson, step back 3 on the right wing, off the right side of the iron. One-handed rebound by John Blackwell. Blackwell 2 for 4 from the floor. Amos, he'll launch a three on the right wing. That went off. He thought it was good as he started the backpedal, just too strong, and Malik Moore the rebound for Montana.
Yeah, it's hard to convince me that that's a good shot. I mean, that's just, the ball didn't go one side of the floor to the other, only a couple seconds off the shot clock after you cross half court. Wisconsin needs to work the offense, get better looks.
There's Pridgeon driving into the paint through traffic. Amos there to block another shot, his second right at the rim. Amos cleaning stuff up at the rim today for Wisconsin. They'll start it up the floor with Blackwell. Back it goes to Crowell, handing it to Blackwell on the left wing. Harassed by Johnson, he'll feed to Amos. Swing around to Janicki in the right corner with 14 to shoot. Janicki trying to thread it through three defenders, and it's tipped out of bounds by Montana. Let's see, did they say it's Montana ball? No, it is going to be Montana ball. Initially, the indication was Wisconsin ball, but it will belong to the GRIZZ. Well, now there's a conference. Whose ball is it? While they sort this out, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
College Sports Radio is your home for the NCAA tournament.
For the win, it's good!
Hear reaction all day long on SiriusXM Channel 84 and the SiriusXM app.
Whitney, and he'll walk it up the floor. Whitney met by Tonje, gets a screen set from Pridgeon, now a bound top to Patterson. Patterson, as Crowell shows, kicks it over to the right side. Pridgeon backs it up top to Whitney. Whitney will drive down the right side of the lane, dishing to Pridgeon. Pridgeon goes from right to left, and he lays it in. Pridgeon with 6, and it's a 5-point Badger lead, 29-24.
And that's a great move by Pridgeon. I think he could have settled for the three-point shot, really forced the issue, finished on the other side of the rim.
But on the other end, Crowell with a 3 at the top of the key, and it's 32-24, Wisconsin by 8.
And listen, that's just something Montana's not used to seeing. 7-footers that trail for a three-point shot. You have to recognize who you're guarding, their ability to shoot it to the three-point line and run them off of that shot.
Here's Pridgeon up top to Whitney. Whitney skips it around to the right side. A 3 for Sawyer is short, and the rebound tracked down by Klesmit in the corner. Wisconsin with Klesmit navigating will bring it up the floor. Here's Amos to swing around to Tonje. Tonje, under 4 minutes to play in this first half. The swing around to Blackwell. Blackwell driving baseline all the way to the rim. Just muscled his way there to lay it in. And the Badgers with a double-digit lead, their largest of the day at 10.
That strong finish by Blackwell. And Montana actually came across to help. He just went through 2 defenders over them in a strong finish.
Sawyer in the corner for 3. Snaps the twine. Montana within 7 again. 34-27. 3:22 to play first half.
I like the confidence in Sawyer. He shot 2 threes in a row. The first one barely hit the rim. Stepped up with confidence and switched to second.
42% on the year for Sawyer. He's been good from out there. Blackwell spins free his man. 3 defenders collapse on him as he gets under the basket, and he draws the foul going up for the shot. Boy, Blackwell with a quick first step and a spin, and then 3 Grizzlies squeezing him tightly under the basket. And the last thing you want is any Grizzlies to squeeze you. There's a timeout on the court with a score, Wisconsin 34, Montana 27. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Whoa, it's you.
Oh, the Capital One Bank guy.
That's what they call me.
Mind if I get a selfie?
Yeah, sure thing. Say no fees or minimums on your Capital One checking account.
Wow, that's a keeper. So, where are you heading?
I'm off to spread the good news that Capital One helps people keep more money in their wallet with no overdraft fees.
Oh, you're the best Capital One Bank guy.
Hey, mind if I get a selfie?
Sure.
Say, Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com/bank for details. Capital One NA, member FDIC.
Let's check the schedule. The tournament games coming up on Westwood One, sponsored by the 2027 X15 engine from Cummins, featuring better fuel efficiency, immense power, and backed by 25-plus years of experience. The 2027 X15 is built to rise above the challenges of tomorrow. The X15, forever rising. Coming up next in Denver, we've got the 11 seed in the East, VCU, taking on the 6 seed BYU. Later on at 7:25 p.m. Eastern Time, it's Yale and Texas A&M. And our nightcap, UC San Diego against the Big Ten tournament champion, Michigan Wolverines. 18-12 the points in the paint. Wisconsin 34-27 on the scoreboard. Each team's 4 for 10 from 3, but Austin, a few more 2s for Wisconsin, the difference in this ballgame.
Yeah, I mean, it's, if you're Wisconsin, you're shooting 52% from the field, but if the game feels closer than that. I think if you're Montana, you got to be happy with the way that you're playing. They actually have an advantage in points off of turnovers, which is something I wouldn't have thought would happen. The rebounding, although an advantage for Wisconsin, is not huge, and you just get the sense that this is a Montana team that is not going to beat themselves, and if Wisconsin's going to put them away, they're going to have to step it up another level.
Joe Pridgeon, before the timeout, committed his second personal foul. That's a big loss for Montana, the first team all-Big Sky pick, who averages nearly 12 points per game, sits down with those 2 fouls. Blackwell, after the foul, hits the first free throw, and one more coming for John Blackwell, who's been the aggressor so far. He's got 8. Crowell with 10 to lead the way for the Badgers. Both free throws good, and it's 36-27 Wisconsin.
Yeah, I think Pridgeon is really going to be missed on both ends of the ball. He's the one guy that has the size and quickness to kind of create his own shot, and has played very well on both ends of the ball.
And the first possession without him is a turnover. Wisconsin will run it up the floor. Kamari McGee, set 3 on the right wing, is short. Nolan Winter with the offensive rebound. Second chance for Wisconsin. Blackwell 3, top of the key. That's short, rebounded by Tajon Sawyer of Montana.
Fortunate for Montana, a turnover, their 5th of the game on the other end, doesn't result in any Wisconsin points, but they've got to take better care of the ball, make sure they get a good shot every time down.
Guy Johnson now backs it out near the timeline, looks over his right shoulder at his head coach Travis DeCure. Johnson sizing up Winter. Pull up from the right elbow. Jumper rims out, rolls all the way around, and pops into the hands of Wisconsin's Kamari McGee. Blackwell will start it up the floor for the Badgers to the 7-footer Nolan Winter on the right block. Winter turning into the paint. Little shot fake. Up with the shot. Using the window to bank it home. And Winter with 5. And the Badgers, their largest lead at 11, 38-27.
Sawyer looks tired.
Yeah.
He's having to guard both 7-footers whenever they're in the game. He's on the low block, banging against those guys. He's fighting to keep them off of the boards, and he looks completely gassed.
And a foul on the ball, a little reach-in by John Blackwell, his first personal, 4th team foul. Get good at money so you can be a little bad. Invest well at Empower.com. Malik Moore back in for Kai Johnson. 38-27, Badgers by 11, a minute 55 to play first half. Here's Malik Moore. Hands it back now to Money Williams. Money Williams at the free throw line. Pivots, kicks it back out. 3 for Bradkey. On the right wing is good for Jensen Bradkey. And the big Australian rains it down to cut it to an 8-point game. 38-30 Wisconsin, 1:35 to go. Here's Tonje in the left corner. Backs it out left wing. He'll launch a 3 from there. Barely draws iron. Nothing doing. Patterson the rebound for Montana.
There's really been nothing from Tonje at the rim or putting it on the floor. Everything has been on the perimeter. Montana has got to like how that game plan has worked out.
And now Tonje commits the personal foul on the other end. That's his first 15th foul on Wisconsin. They will inbound, they being Montana, from the far sideline. Money Williams will go over to inbound right by the Wisconsin bench. In it comes to Moore with a minute 18 remaining in this opening half. Wisconsin with a 38-30 lead. Michigan looking to carve away at that deficit. Money Williams, a skip into the right corner to Patterson. Fakes the shot, drives baseline. Two Badgers there. They collapse and rip it out of his hands. McGee will start it up to Winter. Winter. Bounce pass underneath Gilmore. Great position on the left block. He banks it off the window and in, and it's 40-30 Wisconsin.
I mean, that's just a microcosm of the size difference here. I mean, just a great play for Montana. The ball was caught essentially in midair on that block, and then the other way. Great job in transition.
Sawyer trying to go to work against Winter again. Lowers that right shoulder. Can't dislodge Winter. Shot over Winter. Won't go. Got his own miss and put it back in on the right block.
And Sawyer is working both ends of the ball. Stays with that against the 7-footer. Gets a lucky bounce in the easy putback.
Badgers will hold for the final shot of the half. 17 seconds to play until halftime. 40-32 Wisconsin. Blackwell probing against Money Williams. 7 seconds. Now Blackwell to work with 6 seconds. Spins to the free throw line. Lost his balance. Picked up by Williams. Williams up the floor. Lost the dribble. Gets it back and does not get a shot off. Boy, Tanjay and Winter were both out there. They had a foul to give. Didn't choose to give it. And instead Montana couldn't get a shot up. And for the 11th straight game, Wisconsin leads at halftime. This one a 40-32 advantage.
I think we knew coming into this game that Wisconsin was obviously the better team. It was more a question of how they would take advantage of their height, their size, and their athleticism. I think if you're in Montana, I think you got to be really happy with the way that you played, that you were able to make this a single-digit game defensively. The biggest thing that you wanted to focus on was Tanjay. I think they executed that game plan perfectly, really making him a perimeter player. The size is really what's causing problems for the Grizzlies.
Our halftime score, Wisconsin 40, Montana 32. When we return, we'll head back to our Straight Talk Wireless studios for the halftime report. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See Associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
The Wisconsin Badgers shooting 50% in that first half in Denver. The 3 seed in the East leads the 14 seed Montana 40-32 at halftime. Welcome to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your Jam Mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Game number 2 at Ball Arena. That's going to be the 6th seed in the East, BYU, and the 11th seed VCU, also known as the Something's Gotta Give game. The Cougars average 81 points per game. They led the Big 12 in field goal percentage, while VCU, the champs of the Atlantic 10, they hold teams to just 62 points a game. The Rams head coach is Ryan Odom, and here he is with our Kevin Kugler.
Coach, congratulations. You've been here before. Your third NCAA trip with 3 different schools as a head coach. Is there anything you take from those that help this specific team coming into this event where maybe some of them haven't had the opportunity?
Yeah, I would say yes to that question. I mean, I think the ability to just be confident and go for it. We're here for a reason. You know, this particular team has won a lot of games, and we're going to face another team that's won a lot of games too. You know, it's going to be a major challenge, but you have to put your best foot forward, and you have to trust, you know, the training that you've had all year, and certainly we're going to try to do that tonight.
When you look at this team, the first thing that stands out, digging into some of the numbers, is what you guys have been able to do defensively. It's been a really strong defensive team, one of the best in college basketball. What's the biggest key to success when you're clicking defensively? What has to happen?
Yeah, I think it's disruption with discipline, and sometimes we're really good at it, and other times we have some issues. One issue that we potentially have is fouling. You know, we foul too much and put teams at the line, you know, early in halves. And that can be an Achilles heel for us. And so just being solid, sustained pressure, 94 feet after we score. We're going to be up there. We call it hammering up. And they've been trained to do that all year. And, you know, they've done a great job at it.
How difficult is it to find that line between aggression and being too aggressive that you commit those fouls?
Yeah, I mean, you just have to feel the game and how it's being called. But, you know, ultimately, our guys understand. You know, we've played a lot of games at this point, played against a lot of different styles as well. And, you know, BYU plays beautiful basketball on offense. You know, you watch them on film. I mean, they're all very skilled. They can really shoot the basketball. And so if you let them play in a comfortable way, probably going to have a long night defensively, and so we've got to make sure that we're disrupting them. And in order to do that, you have to play good offense as well. You have to score to get into the press, and so that's going to certainly be a big key for us.
You talk about that A-10 championship and the ability for a team to hang a banner and to have that moment with your group. I know the focus has turned, but what does that mean for this program and for this group to be able to do that?
Yeah, it's huge. We played in that game last year. We had a lot of guys back, you know, this year that, you know, the confetti came down on us in a bad way last year. And so, you know, they were motivated. You know, they used that motivation as soon as that game happened. And once we established what the roster was going to be, the work began. And so it was really gratifying for our staff and for all the players that returned and the new ones that joined us to be able to get that done at the end, to win a share of the conference championship in the regular season, and then also, you know, win the conference tournament. It was a big, big deal.
VCU head coach Ryan Odom. Coach, good luck against BYU.
Awesome. Thank you.
VCU, the 11th seed in the East, will take on the 6th seed BYU coming up in Denver. Winner of that one will take on the winner of Wisconsin and Montana. The Badgers have the lead at the break, 40-32. Coming up, the scoreboard will check in on another Big Ten team, Purdue, in a close one with High Point. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Pluto TV has all the shows and movies you love streaming for free. That means laughter is free with gut-busting comedies like The Neighborhood, Boomerang, and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Bueller. Mystery is free with countless cases to crack from Criminal Minds, Tracker, and Matlock.
I'm a lawyer, like the old TV show.
And thrills are free with heart-pumping hits like The Walking Dead and Pulp Fiction. Correctamundo. Feel the free Pluto TV. Stream now, pay never.
So, your small business is outgrowing your garage. You could go online, find a space, and get catfished. Or you could work with an agent who's a realtor, here to guide and help protect you from the surprises you didn't see coming. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY Days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hour.
Hi, it's me, your USPS Ground Advantage shipment. Just left the warehouse and hitting the road.
I know. Just got the notification.
Great. Smooth sailing so far. I'm almost there.
Yes, I know. I get all the updates.
Made it. Safe and sound.
I know.
Well, did you know I was with USPS the whole time?
Oh, yeah. I know.
Keep your business in the know with the USPS Ground Advantage service. Visit USPS.com/in-the-know.
Spring forward with real unlimited data from Straight Talk this tax season and get a free Samsung Galaxy A16 5G or Moto G Power 5G 2024 with select plans. So you can stream games during Mad March hours, check the weather for April showers, and watch gardening videos about May flowers. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart and straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 4/15/25. Taxes and fees apply. Requires purchase of single line gold unlimited plan or higher. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
And that is why many of the greatest feats of fandom require you to be on your feet. Any questions?
Professor, NCAA men's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to show up, show out, give it 110 from tip to the final buzzer? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/MVB tickets.
Wisconsin up 8 at halftime on Montana in Denver. Brad Heller with you in our Westwood One studios, and let's check the tournament scoreboard, sponsored by Maintain X. Maintain X is the asset and maintenance app that brings your unplanned downtime to zero. Try for free at maintainx.com/MVP. That's maintain and the letter x.com/MVP. The 8-9 matchup in the South, Louisville and Creighton in Lexington, a pro Louisville crowd, but the Creighton Blue Jays keeping that crowd very quiet.
Traore down the lane, trying to trade it too. Contested by Kalkbrenner, forced into a bad miss. Rebound Ashworth. Creighton flies up the floor. Snap Bernillo, give him the three. Take, make, logo three. They have hit their per-game average in the first half. It is Creighton by 20.
John Sadak with the call. Jemiah Neal, a career-high 29 points. Creighton, 11 three-pointers. They're up 13 on Louisville, 86-73. With 1 minute to go. Meanwhile, Purdue and High Point, the 4-13 matchup in the Midwest. The Boilermakers have a 5-point lead on the Panthers, 59-54. 8 minutes to go in that one. High Point making its tournament debut. Speaking of tournament debuts, SIU Edwardsville, the 16th seed of the Midwest, taking on the top seed Houston. All Cougars so far, 32-16. 7 minutes to go in the first half. Houston shooting better than 60% from the field. For all these games, you can hear them on the new Westwood One Sports app, also on WestwoodOneSports.com, and all Alexa-enabled devices. Just tell Alexa to open Westwood One Sports. Halftime in Denver, Wisconsin 40, Montana 32. We will rejoin Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier at Ball Arena after this. From the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, this is the men's basketball tournament.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions. A very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Meanwhile at Xfinity. Okay, huddle up. Do you realize how many fans stream basketball? It's madness.
But real fans stream with Xfinity Internet.
Totally. We've engineered a super fast connection.
With reduced buffering and low lag.
'Cause making streaming better is what we do!
Yeah!
Yeah!
Can we let go now? It's really not a huddle with two people.
Switch to Xfinity Internet and stream live sports from the best seat in the house. Bring on the good stuff. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Actual speeds vary. Not guaranteed.
The beauty of a tournament cheat sheet is that someone else spent thousands of hours watching film and analyzing stats, so you didn't have to. When it comes to hiring for your small business, LinkedIn does the same thing with candidates. LinkedIn delivers the strongest hiring data and insights to help you identify the right candidates to make the best hiring decisions. Hire professionals like a professional on LinkedIn. Post your job for free at linkedin.com/SXM. That's linkedin.com/SXM. Terms and conditions apply.
Managed.
Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier back in Denver, where Wisconsin leads 40-32 over Montana, the 3 over the 14 as we get set to start the second half. Let's check the halftime stats, sponsored by Barbasol. Barbasol Shaving Cream delivers a thick lather and close, comfortable shave for half the price of gels. Why pay more for a great shave? Choose Barbasol. 10 points for Stephen Crowell leads the way for Wisconsin, 8 for Blackwell and 7 for Tanjay. Badgers shot 16 of 32 and even 50% from the floor. 4 of 12 from 3. They out-rebound Montana 21-16. Outscored them in the paint 20-14 for Montana, a team that shot 41% from the floor. Johnson and Sawyer each with 8. 5 points for Moore and 6 points for Pridgeon, who had the foul trouble that kept him on the bench for the final 6 minutes or so of that first half. Montana made consecutive shots just once. Montana's only lead was 3-2. They shot 50% from the floor in 12 of their last 14, but Wisconsin held them to that 41% shooting percentage in the first half. Time now for the second half keys, sponsored by Wago. Trust your game. Trust your wiring with Wago electric connectors. Gear up at wago.com/hoops for your next electrical project. All right, Austin, let's start with the Montana Grizzlies. They're trying to come back in this one. What do they have to do?
Listen, I think that they had actually a pretty good half. I mean, Wisconsin scored 40 points. They shot 50% from the field, but they did a very good job on John Tanjay. They really kept him on the perimeter, not allowing him to kind of be that slasher. Although they were out-rebounded by 5, it was 5-5 on offensive rebounds, so it didn't really affect them that much. I think it was a lot of the cutting to the basket and a lot of drives to the basket. The big statistic would be points in the paint in favor of Wisconsin, 20-14. That's something they have to cut down on. And to John Sawyer, we mentioned how hard he is playing. He needs some help. Jensen Bradkey, 6'10", could be one of those guys.
All right, let's talk Badgers then. They've got the lead. How do they close it out in the second half?
Yeah, we mentioned the height and the advantage that they have, and it hasn't played a huge storyline. I think really crashing the offensive boards is going to be big, and I think finding a way to get Tanjay open and available and make him a little bit more of a driver will be big.
Our halftime score, Wisconsin 40, Montana 32. When we return, we'll have the start of the second half. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
My car is making this noise. Sometimes it's like doop doop, and sometimes it's like grrr.
Do you have a dash light on?
Oh yeah.
And we don't have to listen for clues. With the free Fix Finder service, we can read a check engine, ABS, or maintenance light to find the likely fix and even recommend a local shop if you need one.
So you don't need to hear the grrr.
Not with Fix Finder. Free at every AutoZone.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
Your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. With Indeed Sponsored Jobs, your post jumps to the top of the page for relevant candidates, so you can reach the people you want faster. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs posted directly on Indeed have 45% more applications than non-sponsored jobs. Plus, with Indeed Sponsored Jobs, there are no monthly subscriptions, and you only pay for results. Start at Indeed.com/credit.
Something amazing is happening here. Teams are using AI to improve performance. That's because CDW data engineers are unlocking the next era of AI with Intel Core Ultra processors. With the power to run workloads faster, your business has a better shot at success. Intel and CDW. Make amazing happen. Learn more at cdw.com/Intel Client.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way.
That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
With Marriott Bonvoy, take your game day rituals on the road. No matter how you show your team spirit, find a stay for your style when you explore our entire world of hotel brands and experiences. Marriott Bonvoy has a brand for every kind of fan. Marriott Bonvoy, official hotel partner of the NCAA. Explore more at marriottbonvoy.com/NCAA.
Westwood One presents Great Moments in Tournament History.
March 16th, 2018. The number 1 overall seed Virginia facing little-known University of Maryland, Baltimore County in a first-round matchup. A 16 seed had taken the court against the top seed 135 times prior, and 135 times they lost. But on this night in Charlotte, Ryan Odom's UMBC squad gave new meaning to the word bracket buster.
Johnson will inbound. Bounces it into Jerome. The clock's going to run out. The ultimate upset has happened. A 16 has beaten a 1 for the first time in NCAA history. UMBC knocks off Virginia. The madness has hit its peak.
Virginia's normally stellar defense had no answers for the Retrievers, allowing a season-high 74 points. And UMBC shocked the Cavs and the nation with a 20-point victory, accomplishing something that hadn't been done since the tournament field expanded to 64 teams in 1985. A 16 beats a 1. Definitely a great moment in tournament history. I'm Ryan Radke.
Time now for the start of the second half, sponsored by Indeed.com. You just realized your business needed to hire someone yesterday. How can you find amazing candidates fast? Easy. Just use Indeed. Start at Indeed.com/credit. We're ready to get this one started. Second half with Wisconsin leading 40-32 over Montana. With Austin Crozier, our entire Westwood One crew, I'm Kevin Kugler. Good to have you with us to the start of a busy day in Denver. When we're done with this game, we're not done. 3 more games today in the Mile High City. Good thing altitude doesn't affect broadcasters, or so I've been told. Stephen Crowell will set it up in the left-hand offensive zone. The handoff to Klesmith, swing around to the left side, and Tanjay. Tanjay, double team comes, and a reach-in foul called on Kai Johnson. That'll be his second. And the first foul of the second half means Wisconsin will inbound on the near sideline.
And that's not where Montana wants to take a foul. And God, I really didn't see a whole lot there from Johnson, but either way, you can see the way that they are playing Tanjay. Anytime he is in a pick and roll, they are double team or a really hard hedge and hold until the defender gets back.
There's Crowell, left block, working against Tajon Sawyer. Back up top to Nolan Winter, and he airballs a 3 from the top of the key, and that's how the second half begins for Wisconsin.
Those 7-footers, both of them can shoot that shot. And I'm not saying it's a bad shot, but when you have the advantages that they have over Montana size-wise, I'd look to get something a little closer to the rim than that.
Here's Whitney driving inside, blocked off. He'll back it out to Sawyer. Sawyer in the right-hand offensive zone for the Grizzlies. They hand off to Pridgeon. Pridgeon curling to the rim on the right side. He lays it in. And a glance up into the stands for Joe Pridgeon as he looks to his wife and child, and a smile on his face, bringing Montana within 6.
Well, it was a great job of overloading the strong side, so as Pridgeon came across, there was no one on the weak side to come across and help. Great play.
Tanjay down low. He goes to Nolan Winter, who takes it up on the right block and draws the foul. That on Malik Moore, and that'll be his first.
And that's where Wisconsin is getting into the paint. You know, it's just kind of a hard athletic rip through to the baseline, kind of from the mid post, so there's not enough time for the weak side to come across.
First free throw no good. It's time for the Coles. Back to the game. Wisconsin is 12-1 against teams from the Big Sky, including 2-0 in NCAA tournament play. The only loss came to Weber State in 2001. That's the fact of the game, sponsored by Kohl's. Make this spring a stylish one with on-trend looks for every occasion when you shop at Kohl's and Kohl's.com. Pridgeon on the baseline, takes it right to left, and he lays it in after 2 free throw misses. bringing Montana within 4, 40-36.
Pridgeon strong into the chest of the 7-footer and then uses the rim as an extra defender. Great play.
Left block, turns and scores underneath and gets Wisconsin back on track, up 6, 42-36.
And sometimes it can be that easy, right? I mean, Wisconsin, a lot of times, they're making it too difficult. You just throw it into the block. You got a size advantage and a quick finish at the rim.
Kai Johnson will go to work. Johnson drives, dumps it down low to Sawyer on the left block, and a little jumper there. Makes it a 4-point game again. Wisconsin 42, Montana 38. Big Sky Champs executing right now. Here's Blackwell trying to find room on the left block, posting it up against Whitney. Skip pass to the right block, and a bounce off the window for Nolan Winter is good. Badgers by 6, 44-38. Here's Pridgeon in the open floor. Underhands it to Johnson around the screen. Johnson, he'll bounce it back up to Whitney. Whitney drives to the right elbow, looking for room, sends it into the corner to Pridgeon. Pridgeon trying to work against Winter, spins baseline, dumps it down low to Sawyer. Swings it up top now. Whitney, 3, top of the key. That's short, and the rebound to Crowell for Wisconsin.
Nothing to show for Montana, but that was really good possession, inside and out. Got a really good look at the rim. Some point, they're going to have to finish those.
Oh, Blackwell with the crossover. Gets past Johnson. Count the bucket, and a chance for one more at the line. Johnson trailing after he crossed him over, commits the personal fouls. He takes it to the rim, and Blackwell to the stripe trying to stretch an 8-point lead. March Madness is coming to a court near you. Experience it live as the nation's best college basketball teams compete for a chance to cut down the nets. Secure your seats today at ncaa.com/MBB tickets. Third foul on Kai Johnson. Blackwell to the line, and the free throw rolls around and falls. And it's 47-38, Wisconsin.
Montana has struggled kind of getting into the paint. Blackwell has really been successful every time down, forcing the issue, getting into the paint, and getting really good looks.
Here's Money Williams to the free throw line. Felt the contact, went up for the shot, and draws the foul. Shot no good, but the foul going on Stephen Crowell. That'll be his first, and the first team foul on Wisconsin in this second half. Money Williams to the charity stripe. He shoots 80% on the year. First free throw for Williams is good. Time now for a tournament bracket update sponsored by Green Gobbler. Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. It's bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and it works. Green Gobbler. Let the Gobbler get it. The first team to advance to the second round is Creighton, the 9 seed. Beats the 8 seed in the South, Creighton over Louisville, 89-75.
Now, what added pressure is there for Money Williams to be a good shooter when your name is Money?
You have to be a good shooter.
You just have to think, I need to spend more time in the gym just to live up to my name.
He hits both free throws, so clearly it paid off. Gilmore will start it up for Wisconsin. The entry to Crowell. Crowell extended on the right block, trying to spin baseline. Blocked off. Now the double comes, poked out of his hands. It'll stay with Wisconsin. 10 on the shot clock, but Montana's defense swarming those bigs in the post. Anytime they touch it down there, that double comes.
Yeah. Really good job there by Sawyer, keeping the 7-footer in front of him, knowing that the double team is coming on the spin move.
There's Blackwell on the right baseline, inbounds to Crowell. Both teams 3 for 4 from the floor in the second half. Blackwell, little shot fake, now drives, baseline, stops, 12-footer, fading away is good. Blackwell with 13.
And he has been the difference maker. He's been successful kind of in the semi-break and half-court as well.
Money Williams on the drive, took it end-to-end, ran it right at Carter Gilmore on the left block, and he drew the foul as he went up for the shot.
Strong move by Money Williams. I'm not exactly sure it was a good shot. It was 1-on-3 against the 7-footer. Fortunate to get into the body and draw the foul. Greg Gard not happy with the officials on the call.
Later on, we'll select the smart coaching move of the day, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. First free throw good for Williams. One more to come. Only points he scored have been at the line. In fact, he's only taken one shot from the floor today. (49-41), Wisconsin by 8. Second free throw for Williams is good. And Montana within 7, 49-42. Kamari McGee will walk it up. The start to Crowell. He'll dribble over to the left-hand wing, gives it off to Tonje. Tonje trying to find room against Patterson. He gets past him. Double team comes as he drives inside, forces up a shot through the double, and he draws the contact on Joe Pridgeon and the foul, his third.
Yeah, I like your call on forces it, because that's really what he did. It was 1-on-3, and you could see Montana. I like what Greg Gard did there. You know, the pick and roll is bringing the extra to the defender, so he went to an isolation. But now when Tonje puts it on the floor, he's got two weak side defenders coming across. Montana really selling out to stop him.
Download the brand new Westwood One Sports app and catch every minute of the men's and women's NCAA tournament anytime, anywhere. Don't be left out. Get the Westwood One Sports app today. It's in your Android store, your Apple store, and it works. Our engineer Al Rosenberg loves to use the Westwood One Sports app. Money Williams, after the free throw's made, kick out right side. Johnson, 4-3, rattles it home. Johnson with a three, and the Grizzlies within 6, 51-45. Here's Tonje on the left side, back to Blackwell. Wisconsin's lead is 6. McGee driving baseline, skip out to Blackwell, extra pass, the swing to Gilmore. Gilmore on the right wing, dumps it back to McGee, right corner, 4-3. Pinball's out, no good. Got a great look, excellent ball movement, just couldn't hit the shot.
Yeah, got to give a lot of credit to Montana. Their rotations were perfect. Running Wisconsin off of the three-point line multiple times, contesting a shot and then getting the rebound.
Money Williams will start it up in the right-hand offensive zone around the screen from Sawyer. Gets to the left elbow, jumper rims out. He got an open look, just couldn't connect. Still a 6-point Wisconsin lead. Here's McGee, will bring it up the floor. Blackwell now on the right wing. Popped it inside, the ball knocked out of his hands and taken away. Money Williams to the other end of the floor. Layup is good. 4-point game in Denver. Wisconsin 51, Montana 47. Blackwell will enter it to Crowell. Crowell on the right block against Sawyer. Here comes this Montana crowd. Back up to Gilmore, three, top of the key. Oh, what a shot! And Carter Gilmore turns to the Montana crowd and says, hush! 54-47, Badgers by 7.
Really good awareness coming out of that double team. Montana doubled, easy kick out onto the perimeter, stepping in with confidence.
There's Pridgeon, left block against Gilmore. Pridgeon working inside, driving Gilmore. Tonje with a block. Comes back to Pridgeon and an offensive foul. He lowered his shoulder into Gilmore, who took the charge, and that's number 4 on Joe Pridgeon. An absolutely giant call with 14:36 to play in the second half. A timeout on the court, sponsored by Progressive Insurance. You could say big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com. 54-47, Wisconsin from the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network. This is the men's basketball tournament.
All power, zero compromise. Ego cordless outdoor power equipment features advanced lithium battery technology that exceeds the power and performance of gas without the noise, fuss, or fumes. From blowers and trimmers to mowers and pressure washers, one battery powers over 90 tools. No wonder it is the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Power beyond belief. Visit egopowerplus.com to learn more or to find an Ego retailer near you. That's egopowerplus.com.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the Dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for this day.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on retirement contributions, a very handsome reward indeed. With Robinhood Gold, your annual IRA contributions are boosted by 3%. Plus, you also get 4% APY on your cash and non-retirement accounts. That's over 8 times the national savings average. The perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% IRA boost on annual contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. Rates subject to change. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold at $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Over 8 times the national average savings account interest rate claim is based on data from the FDIC as of November 18th, 2024. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
Furnished by Movember.
Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier here at our Grainger courtside seats in Denver. Stay on top of your game with Grainger. Get the industrial-grade products right when you need them to help your business move forward when you call 1-800-GRAINGER or click Grainger.com. 14:36 to go in this one. Wisconsin 54, Montana 47. Right before the break, Joe Pridgeon picks up his 4th foul with a charging call, and that's going to put him on the bench for the moment.
Yeah, I mean, really big swing in the last 90 seconds on the court. Montana gets a turnover and a layup going the other direction. They cut the lead to 4. And then Gilmore hits a 3 at the other end, takes the big charge. But to your point, Pridgeon coming out of the game is a big storyline. It would be interesting to see how long they can leave him on the sideline. Hard to imagine they'll be able to come back in this game with him out the remainder of the half.
Fouled out twice this year, 3 times in his career, once at Northeastern. Gilmore working in the right block against Williams. Gilmore turns over Williams. Jumper is good. Boy, it's been the Carter-Gilmore series right now. 56-47, Wisconsin. Here's Whitney. Jumps the pass over to Sawyer. Fakes the 3. Sawyer will drive baseline. Got McGee in the air. Little contact, no call. Kick, and there's a corner to Patterson. Falls to a knee. Keeps his dribble alive. And now Sawyer will reset with 10 to shoot. Money Williams, left wing. Working against the 7-footer Winder. Williams enters it into the block. Underneath, Sawyer, left-hand hook, won't go over Gilmore, and the rebound tipped out of bounds by Wisconsin, and another chance for Montana.
Oh, Sawyer just playing so hard on both ends of the ball. Looks completely gassed. 35 minutes is a career high for him, and he is well on pace to hit that, and they're going to need every minute they can from him. Great move, just didn't have the legs to finish.
Yeah, with Pridgeon on the bench with those 4 fouls, he's going to play a lot of minutes in this one. Williams will inbound. Into Patterson. Patterson left corner, curls to the free throw line, now drives down the right side of the lane, looks up, sees a 7-footer in his way, hands it off to Whitney. Whitney down low on the right block against Kamari McGee. Pivots, needs some help. It's Moore, and Moore stepped on the sidelines as he received the pass on the near sideline and a turnover by Montana at a time they could ill afford it, their 8th.
I feel like we've mentioned this several times. There's just really good offense ran by Montana in situations where if they were in the big sky, it was a basket, it was a layup, it was a post-up, and they just have to kick it out, run more clock, and they're not getting good looks.
Hand check up the floor by Malik Moore. That is his 2nd. More importantly, the 6th foul against Montana, so Wisconsin will shoot free throws the rest of the way in this one. Blackwell will inbound to McGee. In the left-hand offensive zone is where Wisconsin works second half. Gilmore extended left block, kicks it back out to the right-hand wing, and Winter. Winter, one dribble to his right, the handoff to Blackwell. Blackwell trying to find some space, gives to Gilmore, the swing around left side to McGee. 9 to shoot, up top, 3. Winter got it. Nolan Winter with a 3, top of the key, 59-47. The Badgers with their largest lead at 12. Money Williams now to work against Blackwell. Gets open at the foul line. Free throw jumper, no good. Rebound Blackwell. He'll start it up the floor. Works behind the back. Underhands it to McGee. McGee will back it out on the left wing. There's Blackwell trying to work against Sawyer. Drives past him through the lane. Up top, McGee. 3, set, off. Rebound in the corner. Tipped out of bounds. Who's got it? It'll be Montana ball. Greg Gard erupting on the Wisconsin bench. He's saying no, but a timeout is called by Montana. They cannot review this. Was it out off Wisconsin? Looks like it was out off Montana, and it'll be Wisconsin ball if they are able to do that, but they can't look at it, so it's Montana ball.
Yeah, and again, you just have a sense that Montana down 12 here, that the game is, this is the game right here. Yep. You know, you've got a couple of minutes to find a way to keep this close, to get into it. Momentum all going Wisconsin's way.
Timeout called by Montana. We'll take it as well. 59-47, Wisconsin. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
What makes you so different than the rest of us?
We ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Tell me more.
Our investment counselors focus on service over sales, prioritizing clients' needs.
How do you make money?
We don't sell any commission-based products. We have a simple management fee based on the value of our clients' portfolio. So we do better when our clients do better.
What about client portfolios?
We get to know each client, their finances, family, health, lifestyle, and more, and then we tailor a portfolio based on their specific goals and needs.
Your clients really come first then, huh?
Yes, we make them a top priority. Our goal is helping them achieve a comfortable retirement.
Wow, maybe we are different.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
So, you want to buy a house. You could go online, do your research, find the dream listing, go see it, and get catfished. Back to the drawing board. More scheduling, more viewings, more this doesn't even look like the photos. You could finally find one that does match the photos. Then comes the offer. Stress rash? Yep, make that 3. And here's the paperwork. Yep, never-ending paperwork. It's a lot. But you don't have to do it alone. Because there's an agent who's a realtor here to guide and help protect you as you find the home that's right for you. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Pro Savings Days are back at Lowe's with limited time savings on the supplies pros need. Get up to 40% off select major appliances. Plus, save an additional $100 on every $1,000 you spend on select major appliances. And don't miss your chance to activate and earn 3 times the points on select DeWalt and Klein tools. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/28. Selection varies by location. While supplies last. See associate or Lowe's.com for more details on qualifying items.
Later on, we'll select the play of the day, sponsored by Old Spice. Stink in places beyond your pits. Old Spice has you covered with total body deodorant. 24/7 freshness from pits to toes with daily use. 59-47. Badgers on an 8-0 run. They've hit 7 of their last 9 shots, and Montana's gone cold. They haven't scored in over 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, and Montana's done so well to keep fighting in this game, really on both ends of the floor, and you just get the sense that the game is really in the balance right here. They've got to find a way to get some good looks and some stops.
Guy Johnson will bring it up for Montana. We welcome those of you just joining us across our network. 59-47 Wisconsin. The pass into the post, and Amari Jedkins inside gets hit hard on his way up for a shot. A foul is called, the foul on the floor. And being as it's just the 3rd personal foul against Wisconsin and called a shot on the floor, the 3rd on Gilmore, but it'll be an inbound baseline for Montana.
You know, Travis DeCure going deep in his lineup with Jedkins, but great job rolling to the basket. You got to have the awareness when that guy's in the air. You've got to get into a shooting motion so you can get to the line for 2 shots.
Guy Johnson off the inbound. Court 3 on the left wing. Giant bucket for Montana. They're back within 9, 59-50. What can they do on this end of the floor? Amos will swing it around to Klesman. Right back to Amos as the double comes. He goes to the rim and a 2-hand flush. And Xavier Amos has been huge for Wisconsin off the bench.
He really has. Very active, athletic in the pick and roll. And every time there is kind of a breakdown from Montana on the weak side, not coming across, he's getting easy finishes.
Already 8 points for Amos. Still 11:50 to play in this one. There's Kai Johnson trying to find space against Blackwell. Dumps it right corner. Patterson for 3. An air ball caught on the weak side by Kamari McGee. Wisconsin 8 of 11 from the floor in the second half, and Blackwell will drive it to the rim and found the contact from Kai Johnson, who has just picked up his 4th personal foul, and that's going to send Blackwell to the charity stripe after a timeout on the court. With the score, Wisconsin 61, Montana 50. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Our daughter Jessie loves playing detective.
A clue.
But since we discovered she has sensitive skin, we've been playing detective too.
We thought the problem was our puppy.
But it was actually our old detergent.
Uh-huh.
So we switched to Tide Free and Gentle. Tide Free and Gentle provides an excellent Tide clean, and it doesn't leave behind irritating residues like dyes or perfumes, so it's gentle on your skin.
Okay,
Case closed.
If it's got to be clean, it's got to be Tide Free and Gentle.
Ball above all. Am I right, y'all? Any questions?
Professor, NCAA Division I women's basketball is back. Are we ready?
You prepared to get loud? Rep your squad? Get your players hyped up to go all the way to the ship? Oh, you're ready. March Madness. Attendance is encouraged. Passion is mandatory. Buy your seats today at ncaa.com/WBB tickets.
O'Reilly. Check engine light on? Take the guesswork out of your check engine light with O'Reilly Veriscan. It's free and provides a report with solutions based on over 650 million vehicle scans verified by ASE certified master technicians. And if you need help, we can recommend a shop for you. Ask for O'Reilly Veriscan today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
The Jeep Celebration event is your chance to start a brand new adventure with great deals on our legendary Go Anywhere, Do Anything SUVs, like the Grand Cherokee 4xE, our most capable Grand Cherokee ever, the Jeep Wrangler 4xE, our most capable Wrangler ever, or the Jeep Compass, our most affordable SUV. Hurry in for an exceptional offer during the Jeep Celebration event and let the adventure of a lifetime begin. Jeep is a registered trademark of FCA US LLC.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network, your home for the national championships.
Yo, it's Jacob Hester from Off Campus on College Sports Radio. For full breakdowns of this game and more, tune in weekdays from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern on Channel 84 or anytime on the SiriusXM app.
Be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio with the NCAA Experience official ticket and hospitality packages. Official NCAA hospitality includes live entertainment, upscale food stations and beverages, appearances by NCAA legends, and much more. To be a VIP at the men's Final Four in San Antonio, visit ncaa.com/VIP. Austin Crozier, Blackwell going to the line for Wisconsin after the foul before the timeout. Puts Wisconsin into bonus for the rest of the way and puts Montana in some foul trouble. Not only Joe Pridgeon, but now Kai Johnson with 4 personals.
And those are probably the 2 athletic guys on the team for Montana, and certainly that will hurt them down the stretch. But so much credit to Blackwell and the way that he has played in this game, 13 points. I think Montana has stuck with their game plan. We are going to sell out. We are not going to allow Tanjay to beat us. He is not going to go off, and he really hasn't. He has 9 points, only 4 field goal attempts in the game, 3 of those coming from behind the three-point line. Never would I have thought that. But it has been Blackwell and Amos who have just done all of the dirty work.
Front end of the 1-and-1, no good. Rebound, though, to Wisconsin. Blackwell turns around and hits a 10-foot jumper. And it's 63-50, Wisconsin. Badgers by 13 as Money Williams will bring it over to Brandon Whitney. Montana needs points, then they need stops, they need a flurry. Where will it come from? Tajon Sawyer bangs it back to Joe Pridgeon, back on the floor with those 4 fouls. Pridgeon will underhand it to Williams. Williams back to Pridgeon. Pridgeon on the right block, skips it out to Johnson. Contested 3, left wing with the shot clock winding down is no good, and the rebound kicks out to Kamari McGee of Wisconsin. Max Klesbit now up top to Amos. Here's McGee, pivots, skip pass wing to Crowell. Feed over to Blackwell. Blackwell on a bounce to Crowell. Baseline floater good, and it's 65-50, Wisconsin by 15.
This really looks like a gassed team with Montana. You know, they don't go deep into their rotation.
Here's Pridgeon on the drive to the rim and a one-hand flush. Coming diagonal from the right wing, Pridgeon able to slam it down. He has 12. Wisconsin's lead 65-52. McGee 3, right wing, off the back iron, no. And Tajon Sawyer, the rebound for Montana, push ahead to Whitney. Whitney in the open floor, he'll stop, feeds it back to Sawyer, 3, top of the key, rattles off, and the rebound Blackwell.
If I'm Wisconsin, I'm not letting Montana off the hook. I'm not settling for 3-point shots. They're in foul trouble. Go at Pridgeon. You continue to have that size advantage. You're letting him off the hook every time you shoot a 3.
Here's Amos for 3, and he hits.
Of
or
course
he could shoot 3s.
Maybe they should just shoot more of them.
11 for Amos and a 68-52 Wisconsin lead. Timeout. Montana, the Badgers, the number 3 seed in the East, have started to flex their formidable muscle, and they've opened up their largest lead, 68-52. Timeout with 9:44 to go. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Robinhood Gold members can now enjoy the VIP treatment, receiving a 3% IRA match on annual retirement contributions. With Robinhood Gold, the perks of the high net worth are now available for any net worth. The new gold standard is here with Robinhood Gold. To receive a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions, sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
O'Reilly. Protect your vehicle's engine with Syntec and O'Reilly Auto Parts. Syntec Premium Full Synthetic Motor Oil is formulated for today's engines. Right now, get 5 quarts of Syntec Full Synthetic and the MicroGuard Select Oil Filter for just $32.99. In-store only, limit supplies. See store for details. Choose Syntec exclusively at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Robinhood Gold gets you a 3% boost on annual IRA contributions. The new gold standard is here. Sign up at Robinhood.com/gold. 68-52, Wisconsin with the 16-point lead. 9:44 remaining in the second half. Montana will inbound near their bench with Money Williams. Brandon Whitney now at the top to Tajon Sawyer. Sawyer a dribble to the right side, feeds Kai Johnson. Johnson will work it up top to Pridgeon. Pridgeon around to Williams. Williams back it goes now to Whitney. Whitney trying to drive baseline. Has to back this one out to Williams. Williams spinning into the paint. 7 to shoot. Stops. Finds Pridgeon, and Pridgeon is fouled as he receives a pass under the basket. A little nudge by Max Klesmit of Wisconsin, his second.
And this is always hard for Pridgeon. Anyone playing with 4 fouls with significant time left in the game. Pridgeon is a very physical player and likes to use his body. He's got to find a way to stay true to who he is without fouling out.
On the drive, off the inbound, Money Williams lowering his shoulder and dislodging a couple of Badgers to get to the rim, and it's 68-54, Wisconsin. Weisman now on a bounce to Gilmore. Gilmore pivots, finds Tanjay. Quiet for Tanjay, just 9 points today. He'll get to the baseline. The jumper through contact, no good, but a foul called on Money Williams, his second, team's 8th. Tanjay to the free throw line for his 3 for 3 today.
And obviously a good sign for Wisconsin that they're able to have this level of success with Tanjay playing a subpar game really for the most part. But if the defense takes that away, you have to take what the defense does give you, and Greg Gard's team has done just that. Tanjay, I am sure, frustrated at times. Every time he goes to turn the corner, there's a defender there. Every time he's in a pick and roll, he's getting double teamed. But that's how it's going to be sometimes.
Good on the first free throw, and 91% free throw shooter, second in the Big Ten, and he hits both. So Tanjay, 2 for 2. Klesmit will leave. Jack Janicki, the 6'5 freshman from Minnesota, back on the floor for Wisconsin. And Brandon Whitney will walk it up. 70-54, Wisconsin by 16, 8:55 to go. Williams, top of the key, stops, feeds it over to Whitney. Whitney back up top to Williams, 3, strong, rebound Whitney for Montana. Second chance for the GRIZZ, down by 16. Entry pass to Pridgeon on the right block. He'll feed it over to Whitney. Whitney trying to find room on the baseline with 10 to shoot. Skips it through the lane, into the corner. Sawyer's 3 won't go. Offensive rebound underneath. The putback for Pridgeon won't go. And the ball pulled out of there by Tanjay. Wisconsin on the run. Tanjay, a little crossover, gets on the baseline, gets bumped, and Williams commits the personal foul. That'll be his third, 19th foul. And Tanjay, on a play where there was nowhere to go, is going to get a trip to the line for a 1-and-1.
And really the second play, both trips that Tanjay's earned here to the line, there's not a whole lot of contact, and the Montana fans don't have a whole lot to cheer about, so they're taking their opportunities to boo at things. They don't like this call either.
Well, you got to make noise in some way, shape, or form. Can't just sit silently at a basketball game. Tanjay hits the front end. You can listen to Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA men's basketball tournament for free on the Varsity Network app. Listen to every game live or on demand. Download the Varsity Network app now and search NCAA Championships. Sanjay 2 for 2 on that trip to the line. 72-54, Wisconsin by 18. Pridgen will stop on the right wing for Montana. Backs it out to Williams. Williams around the Sawyer screen. Trying to navigate this Wisconsin defense. Gives it to Johnson. Spins it inside. Dumps it off to Sawyer. Lays it in on the left block. And draws the foul from Kamari McGee. A chance for one more for Tajon Sawyer.
I'm impressed with the Grizzlies. You know, at this stage in the game, it would be easy to go to a little bit of hero ball, settle for a lot of three-point shots. They continue to run their offense. And a strong finish by Sawyer, who I said it so many times. He is working so hard here on both ends.
Tajon Sawyer at the line, and the free throw is good. Spruce is a new weed and grass killer with 9 simple yet effective ingredients that are safe for use around people, pets, and bees when used as directed. Spruce works differently by dehydrating the weed down to the roots. Wisconsin will start it up into the half court. 72-57, Badgers in control. Tonje on the right wing. Enters it right block to Nolan Winter. Facing the basket in the right corner, 10 to shoot. Winter turns into the paint, forces the shot up, and he traveled with it. Took an extra step and turns it back over to Montana. Timeout on the floor, 7:47 to go. Do the Grizzlies have another run in them, down 72-57? You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Stirring fiber, exercising, frequent trips to the store for more laxatives and fiber. Sounds like your constipation with belly pain is a lot to manage. But if your symptoms that keep coming back are signs of irritable bowel syndrome with constipation or IBS-C, ask your doctor how LinZess can help you get ahead of it. LinZess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give LinZess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take LinZess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking LinZess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Lowe's knows what makes SpringFest savings even better are member-only doorbuster deals. Right now, rewards members can save $40 on an Allen & Roth Chesler Gold faucet. Was $99, now $59. Plus, save $110 on a Cobalt 40-volt battery trimmer and blower combo kit. Was $279, now $169. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/24 while supplies last. Program subject to terms and conditions. Details at lowes.com/terms. Subject to change.
Monster.com helps you slam dunk the job search and make your next career move. With great coaching and millions of job openings, Monster.com empowers you to score your next position and win the job hunt. Get off the bench and go to Monster.com today.
Choose Syntec Full Synthetic Motor Oil designed for today's engines exclusively at your O'Reilly Auto Parts store or O'ReillyAuto.com.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Welcome back to the Straight Talk Wireless Studios here in Los Angeles. I'm Brad Heller. Need more data so you can stream your jam mix on loop? Switch to Straight Talk and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Already one Big Ten team on to the round of 32. Purdue beating High Point 75-63. Houston, the 1 seed in the Midwest, now up 30 on SIU Edwardsville. 54-24 early second half. Auburn, number 1 overall seed, 15-8 early on Alabama State. Let's get you back to Denver now. We rejoin Kevin Kugler and Austin Crozier.
One area Montana has improved in the second half is points in the paint. They had 14 paint points in the first half, already 14 in the paint in the second half. And Wisconsin's once big advantage down there is down to 2, 30-28. The problem, Wisconsin's hit several threes, 7 of them in the game, and they're up 72-57.
And again, credit to Montana for sticking with the game plan, not just settling for shots on the perimeter. And they've been really effective here in the second half.
There's Williams to Pridgen. Ball skipped around to Johnson. 3 on the right wing. Rolls all the way around the world and pops out into the hands of Xavier Amos.
Now that's the shot that they needed. Great offense. Rotation on the ball, one side of the floor to the other, and a really good open look.
Winter on the right-hand wing for Wisconsin. Blackwell now with 13 to shoot. Badgers content to use a little clock here. Tanjay, step back three on the right wing, rolls off, no good. Rebound loose, and it's scooped up by Money Williams of Montana. He'll start it up the floor to Pridgeon. Pridgeon underhands it back, and now back up top to Money Williams. Williams has it poked out of his hands. Tanjay with the steal from behind. It ends up with Amos. Amos starts it up to Winter, and now Wisconsin will put on the brakes. Klesmith now on the right wing, pushes that pass around to the left side in Tanjay. Tanjay dribbles to the free throw line, back out Amos, three right wing, off the back iron, and the rebound ripped down by Tajon Sawyer of Montana. Still a 72-57 game, bit of a stalemate. Wisconsin hasn't hit a field goal in almost 3.5 minutes. Kai Johnson on the right side to Moore. Tanjay right out on the shooter. Moore drives past Tanjay, gets to the rim, and he lays it in. 72-59. Wisconsin's lead is down to 13. Moore ended up in the cheerleaders. He's hurrying down the floor for Montana.
Took a little more time there than he needed.
Do you blame him? Blackwell on the drive into the teeth of that Montana defense, and he draws the foul on Money Williams. That'll be his fourth. And to the free throw line go the Badgers. Blackwell back at the stripe where he's 3 for 4 today. If you can't catch our tournament broadcasts on radio, you can also listen online at westwood1sports.com and ncaa.com. On any Alexa-enabled device, simply ask to open Westwood One Sports or listen on the go via the Varsity Network app, the NCAA March Madness app, or the brand new and easy to use Westwood One Sports app. Free throw good for Blackwell. He'll get one more.
I mean, you don't get the sense that Montana is going to climb back into this game, but as Blackwell hits the second shot. But, you know, from a 3 seed in Wisconsin, are they going to have the mentality to really put Montana away? Are they going to jump this lead to 20 points and put it away, or is it just going to kind of be a slow bleed over the next 5.5 minutes?
There's Malik Moore trying to answer that question to Kai Johnson at the free throw line. Johnson will throw it back out right near the timeline. Malik Moore saves it before it's over and back. Moore going to work now against Klesmith, and a foul on the floor on Max Klesmith. Klesmith said, wait, I was the one who was being fouled on the drive, but instead Klesmith picks up his third.
I think Klesmith might have a case there.
Looked like that off arm of Malik Moore may have come out and got him right in the chin. So Moore will inbound on the right baseline after the foul. Trickles near midcourt. Money Williams to work with it. Left side, it's Johnson on the wing. 10 to shoot, 5.5 to play. Johnson on a bounce, driving to the rim is Sawyer. Oh, he misses the layup on a foul call. Sawyer on a beautiful give and go, got it and took it to the rim. The foul on Klesmith, his fourth, and Tajon Sawyer heads to the free throw line. Download the official NCAA March Madness Live app, and you can listen to every Westwood One broadcast of the men's and women's basketball tournament for free. Just look for the headphones icon on any live game, and if you're in the car, it seamlessly integrates with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Get the official NCAA March Madness Live app today.
Sawyer fortunate to draw the foul. Kind of missed the layup over the top of the rim. I think it's a sign of how fatigued he is. He is leading all players in the game, both sides, in terms of minutes played at 31. And I don't know where Montana would be without him, but I'm not sure how much he has got left as he knocks down the second free throw.
And now he'll get a bit of a breather as Austin Patterson will check in. Expect to see him back in very soon, though, as he heads to the bench. 74-61, Wisconsin by 13 with the ball. And the ball taken away. Money Williams intercepts the pass from Kamari McGee, and Williams to the rim. Oh, he left it short. Off the front of the rim, a rebound by Kai Johnson of Montana, and a foul.
Just a careless pass on the kind of an elbow entry pass by Wisconsin. Great job by Money Williams stepping into that passing lane. Probably the easiest steal they have had all night. But if you are Wisconsin, you look out here on the floor at Montana, their tallest player on the court is 6'5".
Johnson, front end of the 1-and-1 is good. He'll get one more. 74-62, Montana within 12. And Wisconsin getting a little concerned. They've not hit a field goal in almost 5 minutes. Second free throw is short, rebounded by Gilmore.
And I think sometimes you play the score, right? I mean, the momentum was all their way. They had a 15-point lead, and now they've just gotten very, very comfortable, very safe, running clock maybe a little bit earlier than they should, and you're giving Montana a little bit of a thought that they can climb back into this game.
McGee on the left wing will enter it to Crowell. They swing it around to Tonje in the right corner. 6 to shoot. Tonje going to have to go to work. Bounces it to Blackwell, right corner 3. That won't go. Rebound kicked out to Money Williams. Montana on the move. Patterson skips it right corner. More for 3. That won't go. And the rebound, Blackwell.
Now that would have been big for the Grizzlies. But at the other end, they've gone into a little bit of a 2-3 zone for the first time in this game. And Wisconsin looks a little bit out of sorts into what they're trying to do at the offensive end.
Quick 3 in the corner by Gilmore won't go. Long rebound to Tonje. Wisconsin gets a second chance. Back out to Blackwell. Blackwell will drive down the right side of the lane. Stops, fades away from 10. That won't go. Gilmore with another offensive rebound and a foul call.
And that's the downside of going to a zone against a big team. They're hard enough to block out in man-to-man, but now when you are in zone, you have to match up. And it's not a designated person, so you have to identify where the big is. Someone has to put a body on him, and it's much more difficult to rebound out of the zone.
Free throw good for Gilmore after the foul on Patterson. Right back into the game comes Tajon Sawyer. So Wisconsin has not hit a field goal in 5 minutes and 43 seconds. 6 of their last 7 shots in that span have been from three-point land. They've gone cold from 3. Second free throw for Gilmore, no good. Rebounded by Sawyer, and Montana down 13 with the ball. Still 4:04 to go in this one. Williams, middle of the floor, surveying this Wisconsin defense. He'll send it around to the right side and Patterson. Patterson around the screen from Sawyer. Right back to Sawyer. Driving down to the right block. Hustles it off the window. Won't get it to go. Rebound by Wisconsin. Good defense by Gilmore underneath. Tonje now will start it up the floor for Wisconsin. Into the corner, he finds Crowell. Peering over Sawyer, he'll look to back him down. Crowell up and under to the front of the rim. It hangs on the rim forever and falls through. And the Badger drought of over 6 minutes without a field goal is broken. 77-62. Wisconsin, quick 3 on the other end won't go for Money Williams and Montana. Rebound Wisconsin.
On the previous play, you've got Crowell going against Sawyer at 6'8". You've got to come down and double team. You're asking a lot to allow the 7-footer 3, 4, 5 dribbles.
13 to shoot. Montana is exhausted. Blackwell driving baseline, left to right, lays it in on the right side, and the Badgers up 17, 79-62. Under 3 to go in this one. Kai Johnson will walk it up for the Grizzlies. The Big Sky champions in the regular season and conference tournament with their season on life support right now with 2:45 to go. Williams will start it over to Patterson. Patterson backs up top of the key. There's Johnson. Johnson driving right baseline. Blocked off, and he throws it away. Ends up in the hands of Greg Gard, the Wisconsin head coach. His eligibility long ago spent. And a timeout on the floor. 2:32 to go in this one. 79-62. Wisconsin in control. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Welcome to Staples.
I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place...
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mow.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
In the face of uncertainty, some things remain steady, like the Cummins 2027 X15. Built on 25 plus years of experience and delivering up to 4% better fuel efficiency in a weight-neutral system, the X15 gives you the strength to move forward fearlessly and confidence that no matter the obstacle, you can and will rise above it. The 2027 X15, forever rising. Estimates based on preliminary testing. Individual results may vary.
This is the story of the one. As a quality technician in a food processing center, she knows that making the right call is the best way to avoid a recall. That's why she trusts Grainger's world-class supply chain to deliver the high-quality supplies she needs to help keep her production line, her equipment, and her customers happy and healthy. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, fellow Gen Xers, it's Elizabeth Banks. Big news! The recommended age for pneumococcal pneumonia vaccination has been lowered to 50 and older, even if you're healthy. It's up to us to lead the charge. After all, we gave the world the internet. We're trailblazers. Let's lead the way again because we are at over 6 times greater risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Gen X, this is our shot. Head to vaxassist.com and schedule today. That's vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Let's check the tournament summary sponsored by Marriott Bonvoy. Take your game day rituals on the road with Marriott Bonvoy. Over 30 hotel brands for every kind of fan. Explore more at MarriottBonvoy.com/NCAA. 2 teams have now punched their tickets to the second round in the South. The Creighton Blue Jays, the number 9 seed, beat Louisville, the 8 seed, 89-75. In Lexington, and Purdue was in a tight battle with High Point. And Purdue ends up getting in the Midwest the 75-63 win, the 4 seed moving on there. Here, the 3 seed in the East, Wisconsin on top 79-62. Montana shooting just 39.7% from the floor. They've only been under 40% 4 times this year. Inbound for Wisconsin, Crowell on the right-hand wing. Feeding it to McGee, cutting to the rim for an easy 2. Beautiful play off the timeout. 81-62 Badgers, their largest lead.
Montana late coming across on the help side. Far too easy for the Badgers.
Whitney will try from in the paint. That one he had to send over the outstretched arms of Crowell, and he missed it strong. Rebound Wisconsin.
I mean, the number of adjusted shots that Montana has had to make over the bigs is probably more than they have had all season long.
Great entry from Gilmore, down deep to Crowell, and the 7-footer puts it over the top of the rim for 2, and an 83-62 lead for Wisconsin. Here's Pridgeon, the handoff to Williams. Swinging around to Patterson. On a bounce, it's Whitney. Back it goes Patterson off the shot fake, driving to the rim, uncontested layup for 2, and it's 83-64 Wisconsin. That ends a 9-0 Badger run. But the Badgers in control of this one, about to advance. They'll play the winner of our next game coming up here in Denver, whether it's VCU or BYU. Tanjay on the drive, down the baseline from left to right. The shot won't go, but he's fouled.
Tanjay is going to possibly end up being the leading scorer in this game. I don't know if he will get there, but his numbers will indicate that he played a bigger role in the game than he did. Credit to Montana, but I think credit to Tanjay to not force things. You know, lots of times star players that are averaging close to 20 points per game, they're being double teamed, they start chucking up bad shots. He made sure that he ran the offense that the team needed, let other guys take advantage of how the defense was playing, and that is a big part of being a leader and a captain.
And Blackwell will leave. The bench is about to clear here in Denver as the Badgers start to clean it up. Riccardo Greppi, the freshman from Italy, on the floor for the first time. Janicki returns for Wisconsin. Tanjay at the line, gets the second one to bounce home, and Tanjay will leave as Marcus Ilver checks in. Cameron Hunter, the 6'2" junior from Bryant, Arkansas, on the floor now for Wisconsin. And Montana will do likewise. The Grizzlies will wave goodbye to some of their stars. Kai Johnson, the senior, will leave. Money Williams, the sophomore, will check out. Hugs on the bench as Brandon Whitney, the senior, leaves with the all-time assist record at Montana. Jeremiah Dargan will bring it up the floor. Dargan, the handoff now to Amari Jedkins. Coming up on a minute to play in this one. Montana down 85-64. Entry pass left block. Looking for some room. Zach Davidson over the front of the rim. Able to put that one in, and Davidson on the board. It's 85-66 Wisconsin.
I think sometimes as fans, watching the tournament, you lose how special this moment is for these guys. And for every one of these guys to get an opportunity to play late in the game is something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives.
Almost got a ball in our lap. That ball tipped toward the side. Luckily, our statistician, Doug Strauss, was all over it. People say he's got the best hands in the business, and he showed it there. Saving Austin Crozier from peril, snaring that loose ball.
I'll get you a pretzel in between games.
In the corner, the three and air ball for Montana and Adam Schaaf. And now Wisconsin will work it up one last possession.
Unfortunately, Schaaf is going to remember the air ball for the rest of the day.
And Greppy enters it into the post, and it's taken away by Davidson. Montana now to the other end with Dargan. 17 seconds to go. Dargan will launch a three. That's an air ball. And it goes out of bounds to Wisconsin, and the Badgers will just dribble this one out.
And they're laughing and having fun. Just a great end to the season for this Montana team to make it to the dance. They competed, but the opponent's just too big.
They'll walk it up, will the Badgers, and they'll dribble it out. An impressive performance today for the 3 seed, Wisconsin. They were tested early, but they win it 85-66. And the Wisconsin Badgers move on in Denver. They'll play the winner of BYU or VCU on Saturday. 85-66 the final in Game 1 here in the Mile High City. Montana falls short in this one. A second half that saw the Badgers outscore them by 11 after leading at 8 at halftime. And 4 for 4 they end from the floor. And the Badgers will move on. They'll face either one of 2 really good teams in this one on Saturday, either BYU or VCU, the 2 teams coming in our next game here in Denver. Joe Pridgeon showing his jersey to the Montana fans as he leaves. And we are going to be joined courtside by Stephen Crowell, putting on the headset. And Stephen Crowell of Wisconsin joining us courtside. Stephen, Kevin Kugler, and Austin Crozier, congratulations.
Appreciate
a very workmanlike performance today. You end up with 5 guys in double figures. Did this one go according to plan outside of the win?
Yeah, no, for sure. I think for any game this tournament, I think it's more about us and the team we're playing, and we've said that all year. So just trying to go out there, watch the film from what we did in the Big Ten tournament this season, and just coming out here and worrying about us, not so much as the opponent. So
there was an obvious size advantage that you guys knew, but it didn't look like you guys really forced the issue. You kind of just played the way that you guys do, but ultimately you were able to take advantage of that. How'd you guys do it?
I think, like I just said, just playing within the offense. We weren't trying to force it down low necessarily like you just said, but just running our ball screen offense, and once the ball found you down low, we just executed, and we knew we had the size advantage. So
you've done this before, I know. What does it feel like, that first game of the NCAA tournament, for those of us who haven't run out of the tunnel like you have so many times?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, specifically here in Denver, is just trying to get that wind out of you, so you're not huffing and puffing down the court. So, no, it's good to get those legs moving, running up and down a little bit, and we're looking forward to Saturday.
Well, it's nice that you have 2 days more to adjust to that altitude before that Saturday game.
For sure, yeah.
Well, Stephen, congratulations. 18 points for you and an 85-66 win. We'll see you against BYU or VCU on Saturday.
Appreciate you guys.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's Stephen Crowell of Wisconsin as his Badgers defeat the Montana Grizzlies by a score of 85-66. Let's check some of the stats. Sponsored by Intuit TurboTax. With TurboTax, now Taxes is getting an expert who files your taxes for you so you can stay locked in on the madness. Intuit TurboTax. Now this is Taxes. Blackwell with 19 points, 18 for Crowell, 15 for Tanjay, 11 for Amos, and 10 for Winter. 5 Badgers in double figures. For the game, they shoot 55% from the floor. They out-rebound Montana 40-29. 7 of 23 from 3, and 16 of 20 from the line. For Montana, 15 for Johnson and Sawyer, 12 for Pridgeon. They shoot 39.7%, just the 5th time this year that they have shot under the 40% mark. They get out-rebounded 40-29, outscored in the paint 38-34. Final in this one, 85-66. The Badgers advance, and they will be a formidable foe, Austin, for either BYU or VCU on Saturday.
They will. I think this was the perfect kind of tune-up game for them, coming off of that loss in the Big Ten championship game. And they did it in a way that was really different from a lot of times that they do throughout the regular season. With Tanjay not being, really being double-teamed every time he took it, other guys needing to step up. You talked about Xavier Amos. John Blackwell was fantastic in this game. Crowell. I mean, it really is a team that can beat you in so many different ways, and we saw it. They force turnovers, get out in transition. Guards and bigs can shoot the three-point shot, and then a lot of athletes that can finish at the rim. The 7-footers provide rim protection on one end. They're a solid rebounding team, and it's no surprise that they're a 3 seed, and I thought that they looked like it in this game.
Final score from Denver, Wisconsin 85, Montana 66. You're listening to the men's basketball tournament on the Westwood One NCAA Radio Network.
Old Spice Swagger Body.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Are you checking your bracket during the commercial break like the rest of us? Thanks for chatting it up and enjoying this March Madness live hangout with us. So what?
Hey, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate you being here. Please take a second, hit that subscribe button, and turn on the bell so you don't miss it when we go live for every single college basketball game of March Madness. Every single game. Speaking of which, I've got to start that next stream right now. We'll see you back in the chat. Good luck to your team.
Robinhood.com/gold. Investing involves risk. 3% match requires Robinhood Gold $5 a month for 1 year from first match. Must keep funds in IRA for 5 years. Go to Robinhood.com/boost. Robinhood Financial LLC member SIPC. Gold membership is offered by Robinhood Gold LLC.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
That's awful, hon.
My brother got life insurance from Ethos and it only took 10 minutes. And he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit ethos.com/score. Ethos.com/score.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first at 888-ALLSTATE or allstate.com. Like to check you have gas first before road tripping through the desert.